Why, hello there, and welcome to another Dyrus vlog. This is part 2 of the AMA, which you can find here. And I'm doing an AMA response where I answer during a vlog instead of typing all of it and getting carpal tunnel. And this will help me talk more. Anyways, that's not important. Anyways, hold on. Let me find this real fast. So the last question was, do you think top lane will be affected in season 4? And now I'm gonna move on to the next one. I've done this vlog at least 3 times, and now I'm finally recording it with XSplit, so now I won't have to redo the vlog if it magically disconnects or something like that. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to the next questions. Hi Elo guy asks, what is the biggest difference between Reginald and Bergensen? Bjergensen. Bjergensen. When Burger King. And how will Bergensen change TSM's overall gameplay? First of all, him going into middle is almost the same as Reggie going to coach. Reggie being the coach means he can see all of our mistakes. Him seeing all our mistakes means he can easily fix us by telling us what to do, how to fix them, unless we don't fix them well, and then that's a problem. Bergensen being middle means he's fresh breath of air to the team, and he has potential because he's young. And everyone who's young can always get better, is the typical mindset, which is mostly true, which means he has good reaction time. And he can play other champions very easily. So when the meta shifts, he'll be able to play the champion. And that's the mindset I'm putting myself into too. So Reggie being the coach is actually the bigger thing there, in my opinion. 66GSJS, besides yourself, who is the best top lane pro in North America? Who is the best non-pro top laner? For pro, I would vote for Balls, and the next coming up would be Psycho Sid. And this isn't going by team order, it's just my opinion. I haven't played against everyone else enough to be able to judge them, honestly. But I have played against Balls for like the last 3 years, maybe. And right now, back then I was better than him. Right now, it kind of depends on the jungler sometimes, but I can kind of tell that he's slightly better than me. And I'm working on it. Hopefully I can overtake him someday, but right now I think he has the upper hand on me on the top lane. Let's see. Who is the best non-pro top laner? I mean, before it was Quaz, but now it's probably like Ryan Choi. Ryan Choi is like super solo queue pub star, and he's very, very good at snowballing, and he's very annoying to play against. He's very difficult to play against. So in my opinion, I think he's probably the best non-pro top laner I've ever played against. Because I've only, well, I think I've only beat him once out of like 6 times, which is kind of bad for me, but I think he's really good. In competitive play, it might be a little different though. Next question, the original derp. What is one thing we don't know about each member of TSM that you can share? I don't know. I don't have anything for you there. I thought about it and I couldn't think of anything. And I know because I remade this vlog 3 times, so I did put thought into it. Next question, Epic Eternal. How do you think Quantic will perform during the qualifiers? Opinion on Apple, Quas, Westrice, and Mega Zero. I think Quantic has a high chance of getting in and a low chance of getting kicked out. I think their main factors will be Apple and Gunza. I think Apple's really good. I think Quas is really good. I think Westrice Just has a different champion pool for me, even though we've been playing the same amount of time, and I've been slightly ahead of him, just a little bit. It also depends on your team also, so it's hard to say. Um, and then Mega Zero. Mega Zero is really, really good at bruisers and AD damagers like Rivet and Kha'Zix, but his AP bruisers are not as strong as his AD bruisers. Next question, Tienzard. What champions would you recommend right now for a low elo player to play in the top lane or jungle to carry? Sorry, I just froze for a second. Top lane, Shyvana's very, very strong. Just build pure tank and you probably will win, depending on your team. In the jungle, Lee Sin, Jarvan, early gankers, you must snowball the lane. And if you don't snowball the lane, you can also go for heroes like a Mumu who scale. Elise is very strong early and late. For top lane, there's also you should pick damage dealers and not a tank, otherwise you will not carry. Next question, Greggy Dot. It sounds like you've been a bit more stressed than normal. Anything you want to get off your chest or anything we as fans can make your job easier? Um, to get stuff off my chest, I guess I hate homework. I hate homework a lot. But a lot of you guys in school should still do it. I just dislike homework. My homework is guides, and sometimes I say things that I don't do. Like, let's say for example, today, 8 hour stream, I only do it for like 6.5 hours. A lot of times I like to say things that I think I would do, and then when the time comes, my mind changes. I want people to know that I'm not some kind of demigod or anything like that. I'm a normal human being like everyone else, and that I make mistakes. A good example would be in the Janna video. I was pretty upset at the Janna, and it wasn't exactly his fault. I was just very upset, and Alden was very upset. But at the same time, people who saw the clip did not see the full game. So it's very arguable. But anyways, like when people as fans, when the fanboying or anything stops, just treating me like a normal person is good enough. Don't need to go off and be like, I'm not a fan of him anymore. Time to troll the shit out of him and say he sucks dick and he's gonna get benched and he's gonna and shit like that. That kind of stuff bugs me, but those aren't really fans, so I guess you guys can't do much about that, can you guys? But what you can do is, for example, Sadie made me backgrounds and for my birthday twice. Wow, it's really been that long in the last 2 years, and stuff like that's very heartwarming. Other than the heartwarming stories I've been told of, I've been in the hospital, and you've been my source of entertainment. Thank you, Dyrus, and that's all heartwarming and stuff. And there's been other stories too. I like it when my fans send fan signs of themselves, because then I get to see what they look like. Back then, my goal for fan signs was to actually see what girls looked like. But I'm not like that anymore. So if you guys would like to send me fan signs, feel free to tag yourself in Facebook or Twitter or Tumblr. I do enjoy the fan signs a lot. And the reason why is because when I'm playing and streaming, I'm looking at a screen. I don't know what any of you guys look like until, there's fan meets in real life or, just taking pictures of you and your friends watching me like at a LAN or something. That's just every little bit of that's motivation. No matter what you look like or no matter who you are, or where you are, it's very, very motivational. So, you know, you don't have to donate to me, subscribe to me. You don't need to do any of that. You guys can just be who you are, and I'll just be who I am. Um, I wouldn't set high expectations for me when I say something and like I'm gonna do a sub ARAM at the end of the stream every day and I don't do it, or I'm gonna stream for 8 hours every day, and recently I haven't been streaming as much. So I'm working on that. I think that's it for that. But yeah, just being a fan and being there, you guys don't have to do anything special. Like, you don't have to subscribe. And sorry for the ones that can't express their feelings in chat, because Twitch chat is pretty brutal. Lots of people means we need lots of moderation, and sometimes that's not enough, and that's why we have sub chat. And I guess another thing that would help make my job easier is there's times when I make mistakes, and I've made lots of mistakes in the past. When people have set high expectations for me and I do something wrong, they get really upset. And it's a bother. It's a bother to me when people get upset, like really, really upset. And it forces me to have to either ignore them, block them, or, just do something to get my mind off of it. Because who I am, I have to take a lot of flack from everywhere. But there's also a lot of love. But sometimes the flack stands out more than the love. And in my line of work, it's very hard to deal with, but for me, I read almost everything. And the reason for that is because I want to be able to answer people's questions. I want to understand how people feel. And I'm just, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, that's it for that. Next question from Azil Gray. What is the best way to stop a Renekton? Bonus, what's the best way to stop a Nasus from farming if he's picked after you? Sorry if these are noob questions. Not at all. It's actually very difficult to stop a Renekton early game. What you should do is to outscale them. Outscale them with your champion. And don't get abused by them too hard, because Renekton's really, really difficult to play against. If you can't play against him, that means that Renekton's playing it wrong. And for the opposite, for the Nasus who can outscale you, your job is to abuse him early until level 9. Once he hits level 9, that's when he can kind of abuse you instead. And what you want to do is you want to push him to tower. If you can't tower dive him, you want to take his jungle. If you can't take his jungle, you want to kill his jungler. If you can't do that, you want to proxy, and then you want to go and dive mid. If you can't do that, then your best bet is to farm and pray that you can wait for a situation that goes well. Try not to be stubborn. Try to be very patient, and sometimes you can't be patient. It all depends on the game flow, and it's very hard to judge. Let's see. Next question from Dirk Lentz. Hey Dyrus, what are your personal goals for the season? To have a solid champion pool and to be able to not be afraid to play them. What do you think is a realistic goal for the first LCS split? What I just said before. What is a champion you are looking forward to trying out the LCS? Not any, really. I'd like to play Elise. I think she's really OP. Should have played her a while ago, but I think I'm finally getting her. All you have to do is build a tank and hit your skill shots and you're fine. This is from Cheeks. Man, that name. Early prediction on NA All-Star. Do you think we'll be seeing you, Meteos, Voyboy, X Special, Double Lift? I predict either me or Bulls. Meteos for sure. Probably Bergenson or a mandatory Cloud, or maybe someone else. X Special for sure, and it'll be between Double Lift and Wild Turtle. May change as the split goes on, but we can't really tell yet. Let's see. Stit Pipes McGee. What do you believe is the most fun champion to play? I enjoy high mobility champions, so before that was Zed. Right now I enjoy playing Riven by Sucketer. I enjoy playing Rengar by Sucketer, but they're still enjoyable nonetheless. Renegades. Hey Dyrus, who do you think is the most overrated top laners currently? What about underrated? As for player or champion, because I don't know what you're saying. If it's for a champion, there's not really overrated top laners. If it's for players, I can't really tell. And underrated, I'm not too sure. So it's kind of hard to say without saying it's players or champions. Duck on Quack. Ducks on Quack. What top lane champ do you consider to be pub stompers? Rengar, Riven, and Tryndamere. Potentially Kha'Zix too. And the rest are 2 points. I'll do this 5. What is your favorite console video game? I like the Adventures of Tron Bonne a lot. I wish there was a lot more games like that. I like the games where you can buy and sell stuff and explore a little bit more. I really liked Grand Theft Auto a lot, but the series has been a little bit different to me since the first one. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this vlog or this AMA. Everything else is 2 points. Or do I have any siblings? No, I'm an only child. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching my AMA vlog, and bye.